When people dream about changing their lives, they often picture a dramatic shift, a new diet, a strict workout plan, or a sudden burst of motivation that transforms everything overnight. But James Clear, author of the global bestseller Atomic Habits, discovered something different. True change rarely happens all at once. It comes from small, consistent actions, tiny habits, that compound over time into extraordinary results. The word atomic is intentional. Just like atoms are the building blocks of matter, atomic habits are the building blocks of success. On their own, they seem almost invisible, but when repeated daily, they compound just like interest in a bank account. Clear shows that if you improve by just 1% each day, you won't simply be 365% better after a year. You'll be nearly 37 times better. That's the math of compounding in your personal growth. And of course, it works the other way too. Getting 1% worse each day adds up to long-term decline. This brings us to one of Clear's most famous ideas. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Everyone has goals. Every student wants good grades. Every athlete wants to win. Every entrepreneur wants success. Goals set the direction, but they don't guarantee results. Systems, your routines, environment, and habits are what actually move you forward. For example, if you want to write a book, don't obsess about the final 300 pages. Build a system where you write for 15 minutes a day. If you want to get fit, don't just chase a target weight. Build a system where exercise and healthy eating are natural parts of your lifestyle. In the long run, systems win. Another crucial insight is about identity. Clear argues that real behavior change is identity-based. Instead of saying, I want to quit smoking, you say, I'm not a smoker. Instead of, I want to run a marathon, you say, I am a runner. Why does this matter? Because every action you take is a vote for the person you want to become. A single vote doesn't decide the outcome, but the accumulation does. Each healthy meal, each study session, each workout, it all reinforces your identity. And once a habit becomes part of who you are, it's far easier to stick with. To make this practical, Clear gives us the 4 laws of behavior change. First, make it obvious. If you want to drink more water, put a glass on your desk. Second, make it attractive. Pair something you need to do with something you enjoy, like listening to music only while exercising. Third, make it easy. Start small. Master the art of showing up, even if it's just doing 1 push-up or reading 1 page. Fourth, make it satisfying. Our brains crave reward. So track your progress or celebrate small wins. Breaking bad habits? Just invert the laws. Make them invisible by removing cues. Make them unattractive by reminding yourself of the cost. Make them difficult by adding friction. And make them unsatisfying by adding accountability. For example, if you waste time on social media, delete the apps or log out after every session. It adds friction. One of the most eye-opening lessons in Atomic Habits is the Plateau of Latent Potential. Imagine trying to melt an ice cube. The temperature rises from 25 to 26 to 27. Nothing changes. At 32 degrees, it finally melts. Was it that 1 degree that did it? No. All the prior effort built up to that breakthrough. Habits work the same way. You may not see results immediately, but beneath the surface, change is happening. Stick with it long enough, and one day the results will suddenly appear. This explains why so many people quit too early. They expect instant results and get discouraged. But outcomes are lagging measures of habits. Your weight is a lagging measure of your eating and exercise habits. Your bank account is a lagging measure of your spending habits. Your knowledge is a lagging measure of your learning habits. If you trust the process and keep showing up, the results will eventually reveal themselves. Environment design is another powerful concept. Willpower is limited, but environment shapes behavior. If you want to practice guitar, leave it in the middle of the room. If you want to eat healthier, stock your kitchen with fruits and vegetables instead of junk food. If you want to focus, leave your phone in another room while working. By shaping your environment, you make good habits easy and bad habits harder. The bottom line of Atomic Habits is this: focus less on outcomes and more on processes. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't chase motivation. Instead, start small, stay consistent, and let your habits compound. Each action is a vote for the type of person you want to become. And if you improve by just 1% each day, the future version of you will be unrecognizable compared to where you started. So, what's the number one takeaway? Tiny habits matter more than massive goals. Build systems, not wish lists. Shape your identity through small, daily actions. And remember, success isn't the result of one big moment. It's a product of hundreds of tiny decisions repeated consistently. If you only take one step today, let it be this. Pick one habit so small it almost feels silly. One push-up, one page, one glass of water, and start. Let it compound. Over weeks and months, you'll look back and realize that the smallest habits created the biggest change. That's the power of Atomic Habits.